it's Gav here from dartsplanet.tv. Thanks for joining me as always. And in today's video, I'm going to be covering a talking point about three players that's going through social media at the moment, especially with the 2018 Premier League selection coming up very soon at the end of the World Darts Championship, their exits from the World Darts Championship in the first round, and where you think they're going to be in 2018 and if they're going to be in the Premier League. So, just before I go any further in this video, I just want to say this isn't a criticism to any of these three players. They've all got their own issues and lives outside darts, and the pressure that they must be under must be immense. Do you know what? I wouldn't want it, and I probably wouldn't be able to deal with it as well as what these guys are. We've got James Wade, Adrian Lewis and Chisnall. Now, I read an actual article on James Wade yesterday, I think it was published in The Guardian. It was a really good read. For those of you that haven't read it, Google it, check it out. It makes you understand just how amazing James is to get up and play the level of darts that he do with the pressure on his shoulders and just every day, really. Chisnall has been well documented again. I think he's got shoulder injury or something wrong with his back. And Adrian Lewis, as we know, has had a hard year anyway. So this video isn't to criticise anything about these guys. It's just to talk about where we think they can go and their, the Premier League, really. Now, again, I'm not being big-headed, but I actually did cover a video, I think it was around 4 weeks ago. I'll put the link at the bottom of this one so you can see. I didn't actually include James Wade, Dave Chisnall or Adrian Lewis for the Premier League 2018 because I honestly didn't think that they would get in it, and I wasn't sure that they'd have a good run. Did I expect them to go out in the first round, all three of them? Not in a million years. I really didn't. But I just think with the year they've had and, their rankings and what they're defending, I didn't think that they would be in it. So let's just have a quick look at how they've gone, the World Championship. So the first round here, we've got James Wade, first of all, obviously, as you can see. Now, obviously, he went out in the first round to Keegan Brown. He went out 3-2. Was it a shock? Yes, I suppose. But at the same time, I knew that Keegan Brown, on his day, can play amazing darts. I've seen it before on telly against Raymond Barneveld and a few others. And I knew that Wade would have to be at his best because when Keegan Brown starts firing well, he can put a lot of pressure on the players. So Wade went out in round 1 to Keegan Brown 3-2. Dave Chisnall went out to Vincent van der Voort 3-0. I didn't expect that to happen either. I thought Chizzy would get through that. Vincent's great to see him back, by the way. Obviously, think they're quitting the game, thanks to his wife, who's encouraged him. It made me laugh with the interview afterwards when he said about the Christmas present or birthday present, and he said that she should be buying him one. I just thought that was absolutely brilliant. But Chizzy went out to Vincent van der Voort 3-0 in round 1. And Adrian Lewis went out to Kevin Munch, which in the prelim game, when he was playing against Oroshkin, he didn't play to that standard. And watching some of the commentators, and they're like Mardell and different things, I don't know that Munch has ever played to this standard before. Lewis didn't do much wrong, but he's different to how he used to be in regards of he didn't used to give the players the opportunity. He used to be lethal, big checkouts, scoring was immense and different things. Whereas Kevin Munch, when he got back into the game, especially after going a set down and then winning 3 in a row, it was I just didn't see that coming. So obviously with them all going out in the first round, it means they're going to not be picking up a huge amount of money, which means they're not going to be picking up much ranking points. Adrian Lewis, I think it's been confirmed now, is going to be out of the top 16. Chisnall, who started off this, I think he was seeded, let me tell you, I think he was seeded number 8. But again, depending on how other players are going to go on a run in this one, he's going to be further down the rankings. And James Wade was seeded number 11. So again, he's going to be dropping down the rankings. What I want to know is two things. The first thing, is there a case for any of these three players being in the 2018 Premier League darts? If so, for me personally, I don't think there is because of the year they've had. They're not in the top 10 anymore. They've been in it for a number of years, and there's some players that are showing real class that I believe need to go in before them. But what I'm worrying about is if any of these three do go in, does it make a bit of a mockery of the Premier League? Does it make it like, yeah, these players haven't done well, but we're going to put them in anyway? because of who they are. Yeah, well, Adrian Lewis, we're going to put him in. Or James Wade, yeah, he's been in it, we need him in there. Chisnall. If they do that, does it make a mockery of the selection process for other players? Would other players be thinking, hang on a minute, it's not actually about how we played, how well we performed this year to get into the Premier League. It's more about we're going to choose them particular players anyway. That's what my worry is if they do go in there. What I want to know is, guys, please leave your comments below if you think there is a case and any of these three players, Lewis, Chisnall or Wade, should be selected for the 2018 Darts Premier League. Also, just before I wrap this video up is, where does this leave him in 2018? Now that Lewis is out of the top 16, I think it means if he do get in a tournament that he's going to meet a top 8 player in earlier rounds. Yes, of course, he's got the talent. I believe that Lewis will get back in there. I do believe that. I think it's going to be difficult, but I think he will, because the natural ability of this guy is just unbelievable. But where do you think it leaves these three players for 2018? Can Lewis get back in the, you know, into the top 16 or the top 8, let's say, because he's going to be in the top 16 again, because he's that good. Chisnall, obviously dropping out of it. How's he going to get on in 2018? And Wade, please leave your comments below. I'd love to chat about where you think they're going to be and whether you think that they can be selected or there's a case for them in the 2018 Premier League darts. So I'm going to leave the video there, guys. As always, it's been a pleasure. I look forward to your comments below. I'll be bringing out my second round predictions, not quarterfinal, I'm going mad. Second round predictions, as always, tomorrow video. Until then, I'll catch you in the next video, and it's been a pleasure as always. Cheers, bye.